Hello everybody! Today our tutorial will be on making bottle caps. I get a lot of requests for stuff like bottle caps, and I want to go over the basics of what you'll need and what they consist of, because I have a lot of people ask me questions that are like kind of random, and I just want to make sure that everybody kind of gets a good idea of what exactly bottle caps entail. So a bottle cap is basically, this one is a custom one for a friend who just had a granddaughter. This is a double-sided bottle cap, and it says Mommy's Angel, and it says the baby's name, and it was a little girl. The first thing you'll need is a bottle cap. Some come lined, some come double-side color, some come one-side color, one-side chrome. It's not really chrome, it's just the color chrome. I had a lady go, "It's silver," and I'm like, "Yeah," and she's like, "No, but is it really silver?" I was like, no. So it's just called chrome. That's the most basic name. When you buy your bottle caps, most likely your supplier will say chrome. So anyway, this one is a one-sided flat cap. Now, there is a difference between a flat cap and a regular cap. This particular one is a flat cap. Another thing you can use is a 1-inch pendant, and as you'll see, the pendant, sorry, I can't get too close, the pendant does not have the folded lip like the bottle cap, although both are 1 inch. The pendant is usually heavier, comes with its own hardware for hanging. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is, there's two kinds of images. The images that we sell are sticker images. So these you just peel off and pop on. The other kind you can get is you can actually purchase 4x6 sheets of different images. You buy a 1-inch punch tool. Recollections make one. I don't like the other brand that Michael sells. It's KS or K something. Recollections does a really nice 1-inch punch. I recommend that one. And you can just punch them out, adhere them on. Now, the biggest fight I think most girls will find is what you use to adhere them onto your cap. You always want to use a clean cap. If your cap doesn't seem clean, or maybe your kids have been playing around with it, or it's been in an area where maybe like touched a lot, you can just get a cotton swab with alcohol in it, wipe it right down, not a big deal. Let it dry fully, and as you see, my cap is fully dried and clean. And once you pop your image off, punch it off, and this is like the manual way or the normal way to do it, and you punch your image, you put a little bit of glue. Aleene's craft glue is the worst one I've used so far, and I don't know why. It just doesn't adhere to the metal so well. I've heard everything from Amazing Goop, which I personally haven't tried, but I've heard great things about it. Like 3 or 4 people have told me. Another one is, I've heard a girl who uses super glue. What I think holds the best is anything with a brush. Super glue puts out a gel that is really good. You will find that even on good photo paper, E6000 is extremely harsh. It just is. And sometimes if the paper isn't thick photo paper, you will find that it actually eats through your image. So, you know, again, to each his own. I say try a few that you think might work. Again, Eileen's was not a personal favorite of mine. It did not adhere very well at all. You preferably want to get something that works with metal well, because metal is tough to adhere on because it gets cold and hot, and that'll affect it. Also, if you're using thick photo paper, like actual photo paper from like Costco or Walmart or wherever you get your photos done, if it's not matte, you will notice it has a high wax content. When it gets hot, the wax will lift and push your epoxy off. So that's just a little FYI, and you can ask most of the suppliers. They'll tell you that the thick photo paper is not ideal. But again, today we're going to use our adherent ones, and ours are self-adhesive. You don't need to punch, glue, or do anything to them. You just get them, we mail them to you. And the number one thing I think I get asked is, does it stay? Yes, I've had several. This particular one has been sitting on my desk because I haven't found anything I really want to do with it. But I love the image. I just think it's so cool. But it has been on my desk probably, I want to say, 4 months, 5 months. And you can see it's not lifting. It doesn't have air pockets. So it really do stay. And I don't use anything but these. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that your edges on one side are completely even. Okay, then you want to push it on. Make sure your fingers are clean or you will stain your image. It is matte, but the paper that we use is specially formulated to stick on metals. So it is made for this. It is not like a cheap type of paper. It is a very special formulated paper that sticks on metal. So you're going to find that it adheres really well. The second thing you want to do is buy epoxy. They're these little clear bubbles. Sometimes they have glitter, sometimes they're just clear. And what I found is that when I put them on this way, I get a much better coverage as far as my epoxy staying on well. You want the epoxies. The epoxies are really, they're going to protect your image from basic everyday moisture. The second thing you want them for is they're going to make these dirty and scratch resistant. So that's awesome because you're not going to worry about, you know, your kid's dirty fingers touching it. It's okay. The third thing is that they're going to make your image, and you can kind of see here, appear a lot larger and pop out. So then you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to line up your edges on this one, and you're just going to push it really good. Ta-da! And your bottle cap is now done, and it is ready to adhere to a bow, or you can use your punch tool and punch it, and you can actually put it on a necklace. Now, the punch tool is, I believe it's a 1/16 millimeter punch tool. I like personally Euro Punch. There is another brand out there. I believe it's the one with the name of the D. Gosh, what is it? Oh, I'm gonna remember it later. I'm gonna kick myself. But anyway, I use only Euro Punch, and I love it. They've lasted, mine have lasted so long. But it's what allows us to put this little piece of what's called a spring ring. It's like a tiny little, almost like a keychain. And it'll put that through there, and then we can hang it right on a necklace. So that's the one I like to use. To me, it holds the best, and you're able to kind of use it on different stuff. You can put on a necklace, you can put it on a keychain, or you can take your cap and you can put E6000 on the back, because E6000 is good for adhering metal to metal. And you can add a ring blank and make it a ring, and they're a great size for that. It's a 1-inch circle, so this is about 1.25, and it's perfect for little girls, for older girls. Another really cool thing you can do with it is throw a little E6000 on the back, and you can put in your pin back, and you can create a pin. And the 1-inch pin backs fit perfectly. We sell those in our shop as well. And as you see right here, so you just put a little E6000 and pop it on, and then you'll have yourself a pin. It's really cool. It's fun for kids. And it's definitely cool because it's custom. So that is how to make a bottle cap. And as you can see, you just want to make sure that you push it really good so that there's no air bubbles in the sides. You know, you can't get too close without it getting kind of fuzzy, but that's pretty much what you want. We'll go through a few more tutorials about how to add charms, what to use to glue on different stuff, how you can incorporate it into your bows and your other product lines, especially the chunky bead necklaces, because I know those are really popular, and those are what we'll be doing next. So have fun getting your bottle cap on. And again, you can use a pendant, a cap, you can attach it with a pin, or other type of hardware to make necklaces, keychains, and more. The only thing I really used was the epoxy dots, the images that we have that are self-adhesive, and they come on different size sheets, so you can see all the different stuff, and your bottle caps. All right. Well, have fun crafting, and I hope you have lots of fun ideas that you can incorporate into your product line.